It's Ken.
And Han. And today, what are we doing?
It's a good one.
I'm excited.
Basically, if you saw, we did like our take on the ranking celebrities and we came up with 4 tiers, but to be original, we've decided we're going to rank each other's best and worst moments. So one, you'll just see a lot of good tea.
I was gonna say, you guys are gonna get the lowdown. We came up with a list of like things that each of us have either done or like experienced or whatever, and I'm gonna rank Ken's moments, she's gonna rank mine, and we might tell you a little bit about each of them, but we kind of came up with a lot of good ones.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. Our 4 categories are: one being like the best, like top tier, is you understood the assignment. The next second category is this is good. The third one is could not be me but you do you, sis. And then the last one being worst, not your best moment.
It's called the audacity.
Yeah. I guess we should just get right into it and just go down the list.
Some will probably keep ominous just because you're not gonna get into it, but others will give small amount of backstory.
Yeah.
Starting off hard hitting with Han.
I don't know why I put this on you, but go ahead.
She has this moment that we refer to as Laquifa.
It's my alter ego.
I think I'm gonna say tier 2, this is good. Just because, kind of like we said, I like that moment, but like, not that it's not you, but like, yeah, it was a sliver of what could have been.
And then it was shut down
and
real
then she
quick.
realized, she's like, I'm just not that kind of gal.
Right.
Which is fine. I mean, we're fire and ice for a reason.
Alright, for Ken, the first one is my Lyceum roast. So basically, long story short, we ran this program in high school. We did a banquet for it at the end of the year.
The teacher
roasted all the students. And Kenna's was about, do you want to explain?
Yeah, so a lot of people's was about them individually, but my roast, it was titled Cutest Junior Year Fling because I dated a guy for 3 years in high school. It was kind of just shitty because it just showed that all they knew me as was his girlfriend. It was definitely like, damn, that's it, that's all she is.
I feel like I would put this, because this isn't really your fault. So it's not anything you necessarily
It's how I went down
did.
in history, though.
Right. I would probably put it in 3.
Yeah.
Could not be me.
For sure. I respect that.
Sense.
My next one for Hannah is transferring colleges. I have mixed emotions about this because I know one of the main driving forces is no longer a main driving force.
Right.
But you've enjoyed it. I just don't think it ever would have happened if it wasn't for the main one.
Right.
So I'm gonna put it in 3.
That's what I thought.
Could never be me. But you do use this.
Yeah. Next for Ken is going to the airport drunk after a long night out. Another long story short, she had a really early flight. Basically just stayed out all night drinking. And that's that on that. So
yeah, almost missed my flight.
For that, I'm gonna put it in this is good.
This is good.
Because I don't know if it's like your best moment, but it's kind of iconic.
It was iconic.
So I'm gonna put it in the second one.
I appreciate it. Alright, for you, I put getting a new car. And I put this because honestly, it happened like pretty fast and like with no big deal. And we never, I mean, we acknowledged it. It's in her vlog, but like, she got a nice fucking car. Like, just out the blue.
Out
like,
of nowhere.
Like, I want to put that in a 1, but you didn't do it. Like,
I know, I just kind of fell into my lap.
I'll give you 2 for that one. Sorry, it was...
This is good.
This is good. Like,
this is good. Next for Kenna is moving to NYC at 18. I'm gonna have to give this one a 1. You understood the assignment. You don't need an explanation for that. Like, moving to a big city like this at 18. Pop off, sis. That's all I gotta say about that.
Thank you.
You know?
Next for you, I put winning Star Systems senior year. For those of you who don't know, Star Systems is a dance competition. I wouldn't say the hardest one, but like still a classic by any means. It's not like Jump or like the Dance Awards or anything, but it's still a good one. But she basically was like the top scoring everything, I think, that weekend. So I'm gonna clearly give you a 1 on this because that indeed was the assignment.
It was.
And she still wears that hoodie all around.
I do. I love it. It's my most comfortable hoodie.
Really?
Even though it's not the cutest, but I love it.
I think it's kind of cool.
Okay, next for Ken is graduating college. Technically, she hasn't done it yet, just because we're filming this like literally like 2 days before. But we all know what's gonna happen, and so obviously I have to put a 1 for that because like that's 4 years of grinding.
It was
gone down in the books. So
and was indeed the assignment.
It was. That clearly wasn't. She
the-
successfully accomplished it, so we're gonna have to give our girl a 1.
Next for Han, I put her going on Accutane. I mean, it's not a huge life milestone, but it's definitely affected like the past like couple months for her. I'm gonna say this is good, just cause there's been like some lows, and like it's kind of fucking with you now.
Next for Kenna is that time at the club. Nothing too crazy, but like definitely iconic. And this is good, but also couldn't be me. You know, I don't think that'd be me ever.
That's implying that it's a bad moment.
I'm gonna give you a 2.
Okay. So the next one for Han is the fact that she continued to talk to and hang out with a man that cheated on her. So I guess I'll give it a 4 because
4 for that. That's what I deserve.
Like I just.
Oh no, I know. I would literally.
Like dumbass. Like.
I would not. I know. Don't.
Yeah.
It's a terrible idea. Okay, next. That funny thing we can't remember for Ken. Basically, we were all hanging out with our friends one night and something happened and Kenna just said a really funny thing like back to something and nobody heard except for me, and we to this day cannot remember what it was at all, but we just know it was freaking hilarious. So I'm gonna give this one a 2 because this is good. Like it was good. Not like icon status, but it was good.
It was good. It would only be an icon status if I remembered.
Right, but we don't.
But
so
clearly not.
But it was funny because we were geeking for a long time.
This one's like kind of touchy, kind of emotional.
Oh.
Next one for Han is this thing we like to call bitch bus. Basically, I think you'll be surprised by what I give this, but I think I'm gonna give this a 1.
Really?
Yeah, because you understood the assignment. In high school, we weren't really friends. And this girl that Hannah was really close friends with at the time was like, oh, like, do you know Kenna? Because you dance with her. Like, you should make a group chat and we should all become friends.
Yeah.
And so then we ended up calling our friend group Bitch Bus, and 3 of us were like best friends for like...
We were a minute, a while.
A while.
Yeah.
In our peak, we were iconic.
Yeah,
I would say 100%.
For sure.
I think even if it was still today, like, it'd still be fucking great.
Yeah.
And we're still fucking great. Not that she's not, but we're just not together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm sure individually she's still great.
I would agree with that.
So I'm gonna say icon for that.
Next for Ken is throwing a party. Kenna just threw a wild party at her house when her parents were gone, pretty much.
Basically.
Is what sums it up. This is a 1, obviously, because I feel like we all thought it wasn't gonna happen, and then it happened, and it was like, this is the only chance. If this doesn't happen now, it won't happen again, and it was iconic. Like, you really understood the assignment.
I really understood.
And you came through.
And I think we all admit that was like the best party we've ever been to.
Oh, it was. She fully understood the assignment and got an A+ on it.
Next, she put surprising me in New York that one time for my 21st birthday. Abby planned to come up and we're supposed to be just me, him, Alex, and Matt and celebrate the twins' birthday and my birthday. Hannah and Josh decided to come. Right before they walked in, my friend that I was with,
I was texting her friend that she was with to like coordinate where they were, when to meet up, all this stuff.
Yeah, which I didn't see any of that. I didn't catch it. I didn't know.
And she basically just said to kind of like, Josh and Hannah are coming, what does she do with their stuff? Or like whatever. And you were like, what? And then we showed up like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes later.
I know. She was like, if Josh and Hannah happened to be here, like, what would you do with their stuff? And I was like,
what?
And even then I was like, they're not here, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. And then sure enough, we walked in and there we were, and then kind of like freaked out. It was good.
Yeah, I would say this is good.
Okay, next. It's getting an apartment on the Upper East Side.
I never in a million years thought I'd have my own apartment in New York City, much less my first one to be here. Plus on the Upper East Side, because this is like one of the most notorious neighborhoods to live in.
That's why I gave it a 2. Yeah, this is good. I give it a 2.
The next one for Hannah is getting a guy's number on the highway, and this just has to be a 1. Even though I don't think it was an assignment, like, she clearly understood. Like, this was like a pop quiz.
It was a pop
She
quiz.
aced it.
Next for Ken is being asked if I was a movie star. This literally just happened like 2 days ago.
Yeah, that was kind of iconic, in my opinion, for me. It made my day.
He was like, are you an actor or something? He was like, you know, the girl in that movie. And then we looked it up, and apparently it was Chloe Grace
Moretz. He was like, I told the people inside.
I was gonna say, yeah, I was gonna say that.
So.
I give it a 2 for that, actually.
Okay.
Still good though.
Next one, she wrote down having a man drop out of West Point for her. I think I'm gonna have to give you a 3 for this one.
I didn't do that shit. That was not me.
It's circumstantial.
I guess.
He dropped out for you. He's not here to defend himself, but it's not good either.
No, it's not.
That's why you're getting a 3.
Next for Kenna, going to a private Bruno Mars concert on top of the Apollo Theater.
Oh, yeah.
This one's obviously a 1, like without a freaking doubt.
Yeah, I can't take credit for that one, but I did go.
Right, but it happened, and it's more
I
than
gotta
it
go.
happened to me. She basically went
I
to
was
a
like
private
one of 30 people.
Bruno Mars concert.
The next one is getting tattoos on a whim in NYC, which basically happened today.
Yeah, that happened today.
I'm gonna give you 1 for this one, even though again it wasn't an assignment. Like, it just turned out really, really good.
Yeah.
And like we just made it happen, you know. Like sometimes we say things are gonna happen and then they don't. But
this one happened, yeah. Next for Kenna is not getting to go to Cancun. For this, I'm gonna have to say the audacity. Not because you did anything wrong, but just the audacity of the situation. It's like,
yeah,
that's just the low of the low. It just wasn't it. Like, I can't believe that happened still, and I still feel bad for you.
Okay, next for Han's list is dyeing her hair blonde. This is tough because I'm partial to her brunette hair. I definitely don't think she looks bad blonde. I feel like I'm gonna say this is good, only because I was going back and looking at your Insta for another video that we're filming.
Oh yeah.
And there's just something about the brown hair with your skin tone that I think looks so good.
Okay, having 3 strikes on her license and having to drive 40 miles per hour. I don't know. I think it's a 3 or a 4. Like, it's nothing bad, but it's just like,
I know what I would
come
give it.
on, dude. Like,
guys, this was like straight out of a movie.
I'm gonna give this a 4.
Yeah, that's
the
what
audacity.
I would give it.
Come on.
The next one for Han is breaking into a dance battle at a frat party that one time. Basically, she just texted me and was like, you'll never guess what I just did. For this one, I'm honestly gonna give a 1 because I feel like that's just kind of iconic. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like, that's what life's like, when really no one does that these days.
Right, I did that.
So you understood the assignment. Like, I'm sure some guy was like, you wanna go? And then you were like, yeah, I do.
And then I did.
And then just did.
Next for Kenna, getting jet skis. Basically, her family got jet skis last summer.
They were for me.
I would give that a 1, obviously. I don't really think you need an explanation for that.
True, I go. The next one for you is stealing a bottle of liquor from a high school party. I'm gonna say this is good just because it was iconic, but also like a little shady. The most funny part was because like no one really saw her carry it out, but when she got in the car she just pulls it out and I was just like,
I was just sitting in my lap. Yeah.
Okay, like sure.
I'm gonna do taking Ludo's Christmas star. Ludo, if you're watching, sorry.
Ludo, if you're watching, I want to give it back. I just clearly haven't seen you in 4 years.
I'm gonna give this one a 3 because even though it was hilarious in the moment and I was like, no freaking way, I'm still gonna give it a 3 and say could not be me, but you do, sis.
Okay, this one is the last one for Han. And I said that one time you and Morgan drove to Greensboro to pick me up from the airport. I'm gonna give this a definite 1. You guys understood the assignment. First off, that was a long way to drive. Second, it was very last minute that it switched from Myrtle Beach in South Carolina to Greensboro in North Carolina.
Okay, last one for Ken is having a bar. I don't know if I'd call it a dive bar, like it's like a sports bar kind of a combo of both.
Yeah.
In the city that she found a
Freshman
long time
year.
ago. Yeah. She knows the bartender and he like knows her drinks. She hooks her up, or he hooks her up.
I know
all
the
good
owners.
stuff.
To have a place that like recognizes me by name is literally the cheapest bar in New York.
It's so cheap and the drinks are good.
Always a good time.
And it's fun. It's a classic. You
like
can't go wrong.
whether it's, even though it's definitely not what it used to be, like for it to always be a good time, like you can't beat it. A true
Give that a 1.
That's really gonna be the end of this video.
That's all. That was kind of fun.
I hope you guys like it.
That's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in another one very soon. Bye.